My name is Anthony Rockjata. I'm a sixth-year medical student at the University of the Gambia School of Medicine and Allied Health Sciences.
Your former role in UniGaMSA?
And my previous roles in UniGaMSA have been, initially I served as Assistant Health Secretary in the 13th Executive Council or the 14th Executive Council, and subsequently I served as Vice President of the 16th Executive Council of UniGaMSA. And some of my responsibilities as Vice President included being responsible for students' accommodations, that is at the hostels and the dormitories, and also some of the academic issues that students would have. It was my responsibility as Vice President to look into them.
What is your perception of UniGaMSA?
Well, my perception of UniGaMSA, I would give maybe a more personal answer to this question, and that is initially when I was enrolled into the School of Medicine, during my preclinical years, I was a very active student in UniGaMSA, and that really helped me to develop myself, because during that time in UniGaMSA, my activeness allowed me to interact with the seniors and also with my fellow students, because I was in committees and also at some point when I was serving as an executive. So this really gave me an insight into working with people, and this developed me into how I'm able to interact and associate with people. And really, before I went into UniGaMSA, and comparing before I came into UniGaMSA and when I was in UniGaMSA currently, I would say it has really boosted me in terms of how I would associate with people and how I'm able to interact with people when it comes to responsibilities given to me, and also anything that has to do with interacting with people generally. And also my other perception in UniGaMSA, this would have to do with the objectives of UniGaMSA. I think one of the objectives, or some of the objectives in UniGaMSA include giving back to our people, giving back to the community, and also contributing into the health system of the Gambia, owing to the fact that we are going to be future doctors. So some of the objectives of UniGaMSA, specifically going towards the health aspect of it, UniGaMSA has been really been instrumental when it comes to the health aspect. For example, when you talk about the community outreaches that UniGaMSA has been organizing throughout the years, and also the school outreaches alongside the CMIA Health Talk Show, even though these are not really, you may not say these are really big things, but if you look at it into detail, it really plays an important role, because sensitization is one way in which we can help to fight diseases, because when people are aware, they're able to know how they're able to take care of themselves to avoid some of these diseases. So UniGaMSA and their sensitization into our communities is something that is that has been playing UniGaMSA its role in especially what it is doing in the health aspect of its function. So when we go to the health aspect of UniGaMSA, one of its objectives is giving back to the community. And throughout the years, UniGaMSA in its activities has been performing community outreaches, school outreaches, and all other outreaches which have been really playing an important role in our communities. Because when you look at it, people really do not have adequate information. So when we as students go out there and give them these basic information that they are supposed to know, it will help in improving their health, so that they are supposed to be careful of certain things, maybe risk factors of certain diseases, which when they are careful of, they will be able to save themselves from acquiring some of these diseases. So this is one of the aspects in which I think UniGaMSA has really been playing an important role, and I think we should commend UniGaMSA for this. One thing I like about UniGaMSA is that since the inception of UniGaMSA, I think activities of students have been represented smoothly. Even though sometimes we do have situations where maybe the executive can be found wanting, but generally you can see that the executive of UniGaMSA have always been there to represent the interest of the student, and this is something which I really admire about the association. So another thing which I admire about the association is the fact that UniGaMSA is very organized, I do attend other activities of other sub-associations in the UTE, and I think so far what I have seen is UniGaMSA, our level of organization is really something that we should commend. And the fact that we are an association, we have our constitution, we have our electoral body, and every year we transition from one executive council to another. And if you look at it throughout the years, the way we have been transitioning from one executive council to another has really been smooth, with no really major incidences of where you would say there have been electoral malpractices or one executive have been found to be severely wanting of not really carrying out their functions. So I think another thing that I like about UniGaMSA is the fact that the executive is always there to represent the interests of the student, and also our transitioning from the previous 3 years to recent have really been good and is worth commending. My recommendation to the association moving forward, not specifically to the executive but maybe to the general student body. One thing that UniGaMSA as an association has been struggling with is student participation. And sometimes when we talk about UniGaMSA, the general student will think that we are referring to the executive body only, not forgetting that UniGaMSA is not the executive, but the general student body themselves. So why do I say this? Is because throughout the years we noticed that student interest in UniGaMSA has been maybe not so encouraging. So I would say this thing specifically to the junior students who are just coming in. Maybe they are in pre-med or they are in their second or third year. University education is not like when we were in primary school or secondary school, when we just go to school, sit in class, read our books and pass our exams. University education, or even being in UniGaMSA, goes way beyond just coming to school, attending your lectures, maybe having your A's in biochemistry, having your distinctions. University education or being involved in UniGaMSA goes way more than that. So if you are a member of UniGaMSA, you should know that your responsibility as a member of UniGaMSA surpasses you just coming to this school and sitting and attending your lectures. But it also has to do with you being involved in the activities of UniGaMSA, the extracurricular activities that are organized in UniGaMSA. And when I say the extracurricular activities, I don't mean the fun days, only the fun days and the like, even though these are activities that will bring us as an association together. But the extracurricular activities in this sense are those activities that would help in giving back to our communities, just as I have mentioned earlier when we talk about the sensitizations that we have in performing. So you will see to it that these are things that would even help to improve the students themselves when they are involved, and also they would also be contributing to their communities rather than them just coming to the school, sitting down the whole day, attending their lectures and just go home like that without being involved in the activities of UniGaMSA. So that would be one of my recommendations to the students that are out there.
Thank you. Don't forget that.